Hi there, it's Hélène with another video. This is another brand new focus, and this time it is, as you may have seen from the title, Makeup Forever, or MUFE as some of us refer to it as. So I have a bunch of Makeup Forever products and I'm going to go through them. I'm just looking to the side because that's where they all are. Pretty much a full face of makeup for each of them, and I want to go through them each one by one and identify what I have and essentially give you an introduction to the makeup I'll be using over the next number of days. And after this video comes up, you will see that looks with Makeup Forever products as the days go on, as I film quite frequently. So let's go into the products as we would apply them and talk about them a little bit. So the first thing I have is a foundation. No, actually, going out of order already. First products I have, they came in deluxe samples to try from Sephora, and they are, my nails are horrendous, just try to ignore them. I am wearing a nail polish that I've finally put in my empties because it doesn't stay on for more than a day and a half and I've just about had it. Moving back to Makeup Forever. Okay, so I have the step one, which is primers of some sort, and I have two. I have a mattifying primer and I have a smoothing primer. So I will be using both of these as my primers for the next little bit. And the brand new focus, for those of you who have never heard of this series or are new to it, I'm introducing a brand that I will use for an unspecified number of days. So I use the brand until I am satisfied I've used everything, I get bored with it, or any other reason I come up with. So far, the brand new focus length or duration have been a week to up to 21 days. So it's a reasonable amount of time most of the time for the stuff I'm trying. So moving on after primers, I have foundations. So I actually have a bottle of Makeup Forever that I have been using, and I'm in the shade Y215. I am not wearing that foundation today, just so that we're not confusing anybody. Actually, I'm not wearing any Makeup Forever products today. If you're curious, I'm wearing some Tarte and I'm wearing some Kat Von D. So next one is, I actually got a sample of this one, which is a Y335, and I'm probably going to mix these two because it is a little bit later in the summer and I'm darker than I am usually. So that is what I'm going to wear for foundation. I don't have any powders from Makeup Forever except for one, and I had to reach back to go get it. So I have one powder, and it is the white powder right down here. You can see it right there. And it is a finishing powder called the High Definition Finishing Powder. And I've liked it so far. It's a product that I'm panning. And after this sample, I have another one of the same size, so I won't run out during this whole experiment here. And then while I'm at it, I'm just going to show you two other products. So you're going to see two rectangular pans, one right here and one on that side. One is a matte and one is a shimmer. And those are two blushes from Makeup Forever that I will also be using. As you can tell, they have received a lot of love already, but I will continue to use them since all of this is a focus on Makeup Forever, and I don't mind them at all. It's nice to have a shiny, shinier, silky kind of look of a blush as well as a matte blush. They're nice complements to each other. The next product that I will talk about, I guess, is going to be eyeshadows, and I have quite a few. I have the number 1, number 3, and number 4 of the Artist Shadows, and I will show you all three of them. So this is the number one. Now these have been around YouTube for a while, so none of these are going to be a surprise. So there's number one. Now number one's characteristic is they are all shimmers. Actually, I'm lying. There are some S's, shimmers. There are some D's, I don't remember what that is, and there are some metallics in there. And some I's. Okay, well, I would still call them shimmers in my view of things, but I guess we will see what they are like on the eye. I guess there are no mattes. Well, how about that? We'll say there are no mattes. The next one is a little bit of a mix, I think. Oh no, all metallics, shimmers, and D's and I's. I'll have to look up what D's and I's are. I can't remember. Anyway, this is the number 3. And I'm really curious about this color right down here. Actually, this whole row, I'm really curious about. So I'm looking forward to trying this out. And the kind of aubergine color on the far right-hand side is really interesting to me. And then the third one is, this is the number 4, and this one I was definitely interested in because it's all mattes. And I love a good matte shadow, so I really am looking forward to using those. Now, when we look at the colors, there was some real, I won't say hate, but there was some real disappointment in this number 4 because there are a number of shades in the number 1 that are duplicates. So you may be able to spot them right away. But there are definitely a few duplicates. ME512 is a duplicate. I544 is a duplicate. And I528. So yes, there are 3 duplicates in here. So even though I have 9 times 3, 27 shadows, I'm actually going to be working with 24 truly different shadows. So that is it for those 3. So 1 full palette of mattes, 1 full palette of neutral, shimmers to metallics, and 1 mixed, very colorful palette, which is the number 4. So very much looking forward to playing with those eyeshadows. And along with the eyeshadows, I have some of these new. They came as a sample. I introduced them when I said I had a mini sample haul some time ago. And I swatched all of these. And these are makeup pencils. And these makeup pencils are multi-use. So you're supposed to be able to use these pencils for the lips, the eyes, the cheek, anywhere on the face you would like to use them. And so they are supposed to be very multi-purpose. I also already know that these 2 look great on the lips. Actually, this color is a beautiful nude, and I'm sure works really nicely as a blush as well. So I will put these to the test as well. So I will try to smoke them out. I will try to put them on the waterline, just as a tight lining the upper lid. I will try them in all sorts of different ways to complete some of the different looks I will do, and definitely report back on my thoughts on those. The fact that I have these 3 colors, technically, I could do a full look with that, and I may challenge myself to do that. I also have another liner, which is the Aqua XL liner. And I've only used this liner once or twice. There we go. And this liner is supposed to be pretty waterproof, by what I understand. And it's supposed to be also multi-use. We should be able to use it as a liner. We should be able to smoke it out a little bit on the lid. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how that product performs, because like I said, I think I've only used it once, and it's not a whole lot of opportunity to get a sense of how something works. Next up, I have a few lipsticks. So each one of these lipsticks I have worn at least once before, and one of them is very intense red. It's called the M401. So it's like a deluxe, it's a deluxe mini, and that's the color there. Very kind of a blue undertone red, but definitely red. And then this one is a C211. And do they have different names? Yeah, so this one, the red one was a matte, and this one is a cream. And it's a more mauvey pinky color. Ooh, I like the texture of this one. So there it is right there. So those are the two official lipsticks that I will be working with, but I also have a sample set. And that is something that I've never tried before, and it's the Artist Acrylip, and that is what the sample pack looks like, and it comes with 3 options. So I'll definitely be trying those 3 at some point during the brand new focus. Now, like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be using these products, but I'd say a week for sure, because there's a lot to go through. But at least once somewhere in there I'll be using these colors, and these come in 10 shades, but the fact that I've got 3 to choose from, that is pretty awesome. The one thing I didn't mention in the Artist Shadows, and there's one of these that is still available, yeah, one for sure, that is still available on the Sephora sales site, and it's the number 4. So the number 4, don't expect you to, oh no, sorry, the number 3. I keep saying number 4, but that's not true. It's the number 3. This one is still available on the Sephora site. So what I wanted to mention as well with these, if you do have one or are thinking of getting one, is the fact that they come with these little books. And I think that that's great to at least get us started. The idea with these books is, I'll just take out the 4, is that you're supposed to be able to follow a certain color story from top to bottom. So each one of these rows is meant to make a different look, and you can see how those colors go well together. So I think I might just dip my toe to begin with these by following these books. So they have 3 looks for that matte palette. So they've got a vamp look, a romantic look, and a seductive look. So you can see how you just follow them up and down. And they also, when they go for a given look, they show you specifically the brushes you can use and the colors that they're suggesting for the look. And then they're telling you exactly how to put it on. I think that's really helpful, because we may go and look and use a palette the way we want to eventually, but to know something that the selectors of the colors had in mind on how to use them, I think that can be really, really helpful. And they're beautiful looks, and I don't have any problem taking some guidance, and then I can just kind of go and do my own thing beyond that. So I've got one of these books for each one of those 3. So when I take a look at all of these products, I'm really excited. I think it's a lot of variety. It's from a solid brand. Everything I've tried so far from Makeup Forever, I've really, really liked. And so I guess there's room for disappointment, but I think that I will be quite happy to give these a try. Now, with 5 lip products, I may very well pull in a few other things to go with the different looks. But I will definitely make sure that I have a bias towards Makeup Forever for this next little bit. So thanks for taking a look at what I'll be using over the next little while. And if you have any questions or comments around Makeup Forever or how it's going or what my thoughts are, please leave them down below. And if you like this little intro, if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up. And also, if you like the content on this channel, please consider subscribing. Thanks for your time, and see you next time. Take care.